Hi, I'm from Malaysia, and it's a heady mix and blend of culture, religion, and cooking techniques. While from young, I used to go to Indian restaurants and eat a soya sauce chicken. Yes, Indian restaurants. What happened in the many years of mixture among races is the technique of cooking meat using Chinese sauces like dark soya sauce, light soya sauce, sesame oil and things like that, with and among the very famous exotic Indian spices like star anise, cinnamons, dried chili, cardamom pods, and these heady herbs, coriander leaves, curry leaves, some ginger and garlic. This perfect marriage between soya sauce and heady exotic spices creates a dark, thick sauce which we will cook our chicken in, beautifully flavored, and it's perfect to go with our yellow rice. Now, we also need lots of onions. So if you have one big onion, that would be sufficient, but I'm going to use two small ones since I have the small ones. I'm going to chop off an inch of ginger off the skin. Just roughly chop them up. It's 2 pods of garlic, finely chopped up too. Remove the skin, easy, just like that. What I have here is skinned, health conscious, skinned chicken. I'm using half of a chicken, skin clean, fat removed, just finely chopped up. Again, you could use 2-3 pieces of breast. I'm a firm believer when the chicken still consists its bones and a little bit of this cartilages and stuff, it adds flavor to sauces. But I know many of you find it just easier to pick up 2-3 chicken breasts from the supermarket. Well, very well do that, but I could really assure you this one's cut with the bone intact have much flavor. I'm going to chop up my onions, just long and thin. Try to get red onions as they just really bring out a great flavor. I'm not a big fan of the white ones really, but well, if you really have only the white ones, why not? Here you go, just lots of onions for flavoring. Now here we have 2 sauces typically used in Chinese cooking, but in Malaysia, as Indians and Malays have incorporated them comfortably in our daily cooking to make fried rice, chicken dishes, fish sauces. But for today, it's a beautiful blend of dark soya sauce, which we're going to use 4 to 5 tablespoons of them, and 1 tablespoon of light soya sauce. Now, this is acting as our salting agent. If you're going to use that, then you're not going to use salt. So 1 tablespoon of this, 4 to 5 tablespoons of that. Now, another spice which are going to be discussed today would be chilies. I'm going to use 3 dried chilies and 1 fresh chili, green chili, or you could substitute with red chili, simply for the heady, hot, fiery feeling in this very sweet soya sauce flavor dish. Once again, if you're not a big fan of chilies, you can really do away with them or cut the amount of them, maybe just use 1, because chilies used in small numbers don't really have a fiery feeling but gives an earthy end taste. So you could maybe just use 1. But again, I'm Malaysian, so that's a lot of chilies which are going into my dish for today. Now, let's start. mentioned before, just 2 tablespoons of olive oil would be sufficient if you have a non-stick pan. The spice which is going to be added in first is this 1 tablespoon of sweet cumin seeds. Then bubble away. That means your oil is perfectly ready for the rest of the spices to go in, including your garlic, your ginger, your cinnamon, your star anise, your cardamoms and cloves. Give it a little stir. Once your garlic is coated with this beautiful smell of spices, in goes in your chilies and your curry leaves. Now, your curry leaves are essential for the smell, and if you can't get them in your Asian stores around the world, then a dry substitute will be sufficient. If not, it's alright. I'm going to toss in, as you can see now, the garlic's a little bit brown and the spices are letting out its beautiful flavors. In goes the onions. Stir in the onions for about 3 to 4 minutes on a medium flame, while your key would be them getting slightly brown, and then you know your chicken is ready to go in. Around this stage, my onions are a little brown. I would like to add in the chicken. Coat your chicken in with all the flavoring of onions and spices and the balance of the little oil you put in. Just make sure they're all coated. Just push them around a little here and there. Now, once your chicken has been coated with a little bit of flavors all around and it's turned blistering white, put in your 4 tablespoons of dark soya sauce. Now the dark soya sauce has a caramelizing effect. So that's about 4 tablespoons. Okay. And another tablespoon of light soya sauce for your seasoning agent. If you would like more sauce and if you want your dish to have more sauce, you can always put in the dark soya sauce a little bit more. Today I'm having just my rice and chicken, and I would like to add in a little bit more of my dark soya sauce for the sauce. Don't be scared of it. Now look at the saucy texture which you're getting at below. Look at that. That's exactly what I wanted to achieve. Now, on a medium flame, and I'm going to cover my wok for 15 minutes. Now, after 15 minutes, your chicken is cooked. What's happening is, this technique, your chicken is cooking in its own juices, literally own juices, plus being nicely marinated and seasoned in the soya sauce and the herbs and spices. After 15 minutes, take off the lid, increase the flame, and for another 3 minutes, just toss it around like that. You're allowing the sauce to caramelize a little bit on high heat. For 2 to 3 minutes, just toss it around like that. Now your chicken should look a rich, dark, black. Put it into a serving dish. Take it all out. There you go. Told you before, we had fresh coriander leaves. Once again, just tear it in. All into this magnificent soya sauce chicken flavored with herb and spices.